HTC never disappoints when it comes to designs. As we look at its latest flagship, the one-less HTC 10, it's a phone that not only aims to continue the company's legacy, but to become one of the more notable flagships for the first half of 2016. Before all that though, we're quickly pitting it against what's arguably the best-selling smartphones around. Hey guys, John Velasco here with the Android Authority, and I'm taking a quick look between the HTC 10 and the Apple iPhone 6s and 6s Plus. Each phone has its particular quirks, but we can agree that metal is the best way to go when you want something premium. Some folks will prefer the sleeker, more uniform flatness of the iPhone's design, but the HTC 10's contour helps it to feel more ergonomic in the hand. The HTC 10 is also significantly easier to handle over the larger iPhone 6s Plus, since that phone is just a lot of phone to deal with, but the iPhone 6s is even smaller than the two of them. While the iPhone's design is unmistakable, the HTC 10 definitely manages to etch out an interesting silhouette that's genuinely unique. It's still unclear whether or not Apple's new 3D Touch technology is something that's fancied amongst users, but the Retina displays on these iPhones deliver some top-notch qualities. Fortunately for HTC, they're taking a substantial approach because the 5.2-inch Super LCD 5 display is now offering a more contemporary Quad HD resolution. So yeah, there are more pixels bunched up into the screen, making it far more detailed. It looks pretty convincing. However, HTC is emphasizing the improved touch responsiveness of its new display. Apple popularized the idea of having fingerprint sensors in phones again, but the HTC 10 employs a similar implementation with its own one. They work pretty good. Now, don't be fooled by the iPhone's hardware punch either, because it's deceptively formidable. Its dual-core Apple A9 chipset combined with 2GB of RAM makes the phone fly, including graphics processing, which sometimes proves to be too much for phones with Quad HD screens. HTC doesn't hold back either with its latest price stallion. Powered by a Snapdragon 820 chip coupled with 4GB of RAM and the Adreno 430 GPU, we're pretty confident that it'll prove to be more than capable as well. Apple's iPhones have always been solid snappers by taking some good-looking photos, no matter the condition. The 12-megapixel iSight cameras have proven to be quite the charmer with their excellent all-round performance. Meanwhile, HTC received flack about its so-called ultra-pixel cameras in the past, and for the longest of time now, they've been the underdog. But the HTC 10 has something ambitious. You have a 12-megapixel HTC ultra-pixel camera. It's combined with an f1.8 aperture lens and 1.55 micron pixels, which intends to do phenomenal under low light. One of the nice things about iOS is that it's very easy for almost anyone to quickly adapt to using. They've optimized it over the years, but where it lacks in the customization department, it makes up with its ease of use. For the HTC 10, we're greeted with the most up-to-date version of the platform, that's Android 6.0 Marshmallow, but it comes with a revamped Sense experience. This latest version of Sense still commands the same look and feel we're familiar with, but interestingly enough, I'm intrigued by HTC's decision to eliminate clutter by no longer throwing in its own apps, which is a good thing in making the experience more straightforward. Price-wise, the HTC 10 is coming to us unlocked and outright for $700 through HTC's own website, so I'll absolutely have several convincing reasons to pick it up over the iPhone 6s or 6s Plus, which start at $650 and $750 respectively. For its updated design, the higher resolution display, fingerprint sensor, and a new camera gear, the HTC 10 is poised to be a pretty good competitor to Apple's finest.